With plenty of refinements, iterations, and new features across the board, both large and small, Remnant 2 uses a platform created by 2019's cult-like hit Remnant from the Ashes to springboard the sequel to new heights. This is all done without deviating from the extremely satisfying combat system, gameplay loop, and innovative yet dark and twisted dynamically generated worlds that should welcome both fans of the original and newcomers to the series, which I can attest to as I barely scratched the surface of the original due to bad timing. The biggest change to Remnant 2 is the introduction of archetypes or classes that allow you to play the game as you want from the beginning. The new class system has perks, traits, and when combined with your rings, amulets, and relics, this requires much more precision to build the perfect class as opposed to just using the meta armor set. The Handler, which seems tailor-made for single player, includes a dog sidekick that can not only attack enemies but can also revive you once per life. They also draw just enough enemy aggro that the game doesn't feel unfair when playing single player, and this can buy you just enough time to land critical shots or heal yourself from the brink of death. The sequel to From the Ashes also looks stunning with levels that scratch every fantasy and sci-fi itch you might have. The biomes range from Geiger-inspired to forest, crypts, abandoned asylums, and even awe-inspiring labyrinths that have an Inception-level scale to them. This all feels incredible to be featured in the same game. It wouldn't be stunning if they didn't perform well, but Remnant 2 ran flawlessly at 60 FPS on PS5 in balance mode, which is impressive during very hectic battles. Remnant 2 is not an open world game, but with maze-like levels that beg to be explored and actually reward you frequently for venturing off the beaten path, it feels anything but linear. The map system has echoes of Metroid Prime, and when combined with the unlimited stamina outside of combat, exploring every dark nook and crevice is a pleasure. The world of Remnant 2 is full of mystery, intrigue, and originality. Unfortunately, the story is a bit of a slow starter as it takes around 5 hours before it begins to simmer. Although there are enough side stories in each biome to keep you interested. The weapons in this world feel handcrafted and on the same plane as something like Destiny, and sadly, you almost never feel the need to use them as leveling up your starting gun is usually more effective and cost efficient. Whenever you defeat a boss, they will drop something that you can use to craft a new weapon. You will constantly be finding new rings, amulets, relics, and relic fragments to equip on your character to make meaningful changes, but one thing that was lacking was armor. From the beginning of the game till the end of the first playthrough, I used the same armor set, and it would have been nice to slowly upgrade your stats or just aesthetically look different. Many games promise endless replay factor, but few can actually back this claim up. With the addition of a class-based system loaded with customization, improvements on the dynamically generated dungeons that are different each time, storylines that are woven throughout each world, and the refinement of the mechanics from the original, Remnant 2 feels like a masterclass in sequel making.